Good morning. Welcome to Good News for today, March the 29th. My name is Nikki.
And I'm Tim, and I'm going to start us off with our reading for today. Our reading is taken from Mark 8, verses 1 to 10, and I'm just going to read that now. This is where Jesus feeds 4,000 people. In those days, there was another large crowd with nothing to eat. Jesus called his disciples and told them, I feel sorry for the crowd because they have been with me for 3 days and have nothing to eat. If I send them away hungry to their homes, they won't have enough strength to travel, for some have come a long distance. His disciples responded, How can anyone get enough food in this wilderness to satisfy these people? Jesus asked, How much bread do you have? They said, 7 loaves. He told the crowd to sit on the ground. He took the 7 loaves, gave thanks, broke them apart, and gave them to his disciples to distribute. And they gave the bread to the crowd. They also had a few fish. He said a blessing over them, then gave them to the disciples to hand out also. They ate until they were full. They collected 7 baskets full of leftovers. This was a crowd of about 4,000 people. Jesus sent them away, then got into a boat with his disciples and went over to the region of Dalmanatha.
The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
So, another feeding of the crowds. Jesus here gives his disciples an opportunity to increase their faith. He says he has compassion on this crowd because they've been following him for days and there's nothing to eat. And what is the reaction of his disciples? How do you suppose we might react? Do they say, oh, you've done this before, you fed the 5,000, you should be able to do that again? However, that's not exactly what they say. They say, where can we get enough food to feed these people? But Jesus gives them an opportunity to participate this time. In the feeding of 5,000, he got the food from the crowd. This time, the disciples are the ones who participate and give what they have. And this is an example of how remembering what Jesus has already done helps to increase our faith and helps us to apply Jesus' faithfulness to the present situation. And we see that over and over in the Jewish faith, how they remember what Jesus has already done and how, the miracles he has done in the past. But the disciples were not exactly doing that at this point, but Jesus gives them an opportunity to participate. Um, he knows they don't have enough to meet the need, but if they give it to him and he blesses it, it is more than enough. And I think we're in a situation right now where we're looking at world events and thinking, how can I participate? How can I make a difference? And basically, I think that I can only participate as much as what I have, and if I give it to Jesus and he blesses it, it will be sufficient. Um, and it will be more than sufficient, as in the feeding of the 4,000. They had lots left over. Um, so it's not about me having enough to meet the need, it's about trusting in God having enough and knowing that he wants to bless us by allowing us to participate. Um, Over and over in the Bible, it talks about God's faithfulness, God's unfailing love, and so we need to trust in that process right now, and we need to be part of the process as well. So I want to encourage us to do what we can in the situation with the Ukraine and with the pandemic as well. It's not over yet, and so we need to continue to be vigilant and do what we can. So I'm going to let Tim close with a word of prayer.
Okay. In looking at the readings for today, one of the readings is from Psalm 94, and I've chosen to read from verses 20 to 23 here. Nikki said that her topic was going to be on God's faithfulness. And I see this passage of scripture as being relevant to the situation in Ukraine, and we're going to trust that God will intervene there, that goodness and truth and love will prevail. So Psalm 94, can a wicked ruler be your ally, one who wreaks havoc by means of the law? The wicked gang up against the lives of the righteous. They condemn innocent blood. But the Lord is my fortress. My God is my rock of refuge. He will repay them for their wickedness, completely destroy them because of their evil. Yes, the Lord our God will completely destroy them. That might not sound like good news, and it's very harsh, but it also speaks to, as many places in the Bible does, to God's desire for justice and peace, and also his wrath against those who work against the purposes of God. So we're going to leave it at that and wish you well for the upcoming day, and may God bless you all, and we'll see you next time around. Thank you, and have a good day.